guys? Lego back for another Lego video for you guys. So I think this is going to be everyone's favorite that some people are like, of course, in a way. Now, before I go any further, this is going to be the final we're going to do today. I was going to go over the Pokemon sets, of course, in a way, mainly the Eevee for a gift with purchase, but I didn't decide to go on that. But so I basically, this is going to be the last one we're going for. And I think it's going to be something about in June. I could be wrong. So hope you're guys okay with that today here. We are doing set number 40921, and it's the upscaled blue astronaut minifigure. 793 pieces, probably 800 if you include extra pieces included. Here's a look at the back, the boxes, minifigure, of course, in the back as well too. And also the instruction booklet you can see too for the figure as well. And the back of it. All right, guys, well, let's show you the set right now. Talk about it afterwards, so let's show you his minifigure. All right, so here we look at the blue spaceman you can see here, and you can see right here, guys, it's pretty kind of cool in a way. This is kind of pattern of past ones, of course, too. Now, I will be very careful how I move the hands, of course, in a way, and the arms, because like all figures, these are a little fragile. You can make them sit down, of course, but you probably know in the past that we were doing it. In the past, they've also tiled these off, of course, so you don't have studs, but it's kind of unique. But this is also a print, not a sticker, so I'll get to that in a minute here, guys. Also, too, guys, here's a look at the side of the figure. You can see the air tanks, of course, too, in a way. If anyone's going to try to rebuild these characters in different colors, the pieces to build these air tanks are not really what you would see them to come in different colors. I've heard a lot of other YouTubers saying that they're different colors, of course, so some of the pieces are not out yet, so you may have to basically find a way to do that yourself. The helmet piece does look like the same as the race car driver, but it is a little bit more thicker and more bigger, of course, in a way, so you're not going to be able to do that. Also, too, guys, we're going to show you guys a little Easter egg here in the helmet, of course, too, in this figure, so we're going to take it off really gently here, so, and let me see if we can get it off. There we go. Sorry, guys. And there's, look at the little alien. That's not the alien, the robot you can see here. And he is a classic little space robot, a little different kind of version that we have. You know, many people are gonna say, I wish we got a blue spaceman, of course, and all. And you can all see he has his little pieces in there too, of course, in a way. And also, too, guys, if you want to, we're gonna put his helmet back on here. So he basically fits on there like so. And I also want to say this carefully, guys, too, that if anyone's gonna try to rebuild this figure, you're gonna have to basically find a way to get all the pieces that match and all. But this is right here, a print, not a sticker. So if anyone's gonna try to build this in rebuild these, of course, which I can definitely see people doing at mocks, of course, in a way, it is gonna be a little bit difficult to do, because unless you can find a way to get this exact sticker, and as a sticker, yeah, on this print, of course, it's gonna be really hard to basically make the other spacemen different colors if you want to, but it's still pretty cool. The face is basically the same as we've gotten on the other ones, of course, too. But still everyone's favorite. I do like this spaceman, of course, and I can definitely see that people are gonna basically try to do lots of more versions of this, different colors. The air tanks, of course, too. And I can definitely see people doing, we'll probably talk in the outro too, but definitely can see people try to modify this to look like Benny in a way with his cracked helmet, but still very cool looking. But look at the upscaled astronaut spaceman. All right, for today, so close with this upscaled astronaut. Now, for those of you who don't know, too, we also did last year, I did a baby astronaut, of course, that's going to complement this guy, of course, which we wish, I mean, a lot of people say, I wish we got the red version of this, of course, to go with the astronaut, the baby astronaut, but we never got a red baby astronaut, by the way, too, so it's pretty interesting we got that character, but this will complement him pretty well. Also, if you've not checked on the other videos I've done, too, guys, I also did a race car driver, and we also did one of those other ones, of course, too, that it's kind of the mascot of that one campus and building, I think it's in Germany, of course. It's also pretty cool. The hat that has the same kind of removable hats design like the astronaut does. I have not done on this channel, but if you guys want me to, there are also some Harry Potter ones I've done, of course, that I have not done, but that I have. And they are basically the ones that started all this in a way. I don't have the pirate and I don't have the Santa Claus. The Santa Claus I thought about going for, but I don't know if I was going to have any place to put him, of course. And the pirate, it also is a Lego House exclusive. I am thankful, like I said a couple years ago, if you guys remember watching me doing a video, or just, I can't remember which one it was on one of these figures, that I'm glad that Lego did not make this set a Lego House exclusive. I would have been really not happy, and I would have been really disappointed because I have to go there for myself or try to find a way to get it. But I'm really glad that this buildable figure is actually available now like that in general for everyone to buy. Because like I said in the close-up too, I can see people trying to rebuild the helmet. The helmet kind of looks the same as the race car driver one, but a little bit bigger, a little bit more wider, of course. It's the same kind of design, the right here at the front, of course, so too, guys. I can definitely see the little chin strap, of course, too, is a little bit more bigger, of course. So if you're going to try to modify it to look like Benny's cracked helmet, you can try that. But I can definitely see how people are going to try to find a way to, because you got to realize too, everything's connected on the sides, of course, too. So you got to find a way you're going to basically modify that. But I can definitely see people doing that overall in general. A lot of people were saying the robot is also a cute little build to a little minifigure robot. Many people wish we would have got a blue spaceman to go with this character, because we've not gotten a new blue spaceman since. And we've gotten other characters in that are new now. But, you know, I don't mind. And a lot of people are also going to say that, well, why did we get blue? Why did we couldn't get the white? Why couldn't we get the black or the yellow? The blue one I think is pretty cool in a way, because blue is probably the one that stands out the most. And for those of you who don't know too, like I said, Benny is probably the one that is inspired by Lego space in a way that became so popular, and everyone likes the blue spaceman nowadays because he's pretty cool. The head does not rotate, like I said, in the close-up as well as the other ones, because you got the air tank on the side, of course, too. So the air tank does not really, it's going to basically hinder the character's head moving. That's like the real figures, of course, too. You're not going to be able to move the head, of course, on those figures, of course, too. And really kind of interesting way overall. Because it's basically, you know, you got to be really careful how you move these figures. I didn't want to move this character around so much like I did, but you know, his hand does move, of course, like here in a way. Like you can see, it's like he's waving, of course, in a way or something. You got to be really careful how you move these. I have seen people interchange the hands, the feet, you know, basically do like a real figure, of course, but do hard. You can also make the character sit down if you want to in a way, which reason I'm really going to stand up because I want to for you, because he looks pretty cool standing up, and he's a little bit weird, like about. I talked to my mother about this yesterday. I think he's probably about an inch or two taller, maybe about close to maybe half a foot or maybe less than that. I don't know. He could probably be about that tall. I wish it said in the box size I'm looking at right now. It doesn't say on the box though, guys. So anyway, but it is a cool looking figure. I definitely think that people are going to go for this though a lot, because this is probably this is one of everything that Lego listened to. A lot of fans that they were saying, give us an upscaled spaceman, and we finally got one. And I'm glad we got this character, because it's basically been a long time coming. The one thing I will say in the box, of course, it says Classic Space, or has a space logo on there. It makes me think this was supposed to release in the time to do in the space theme, of course, space stuff a couple years ago. But probably they had to pass on this because they were probably trying to figure out what kind of figure they want to make and how they're going to make the pieces. Because, you know, sure, it may have the same kind of, like for example, the logo too, guys. This was a couple years ago, the space logo here. They probably were thinking about doing that. But they probably thought, well, we need to probably figure out how we're going to build a figure and all. We're going to probably how it's going to be designed and all. And, you know, they could have done that. And, I mean, they just had to basically wait upon it. Because these figures, of course, you know, you think they might be easy to do. But if you're a designer trying to build one of these and trying to market it, of course, it's, you know, you got to make sure you got the right pieces, of course, for all different ones, of course. Because not all of them are easy to do. I think the most difficult one, if I ever got it, would be the pirate, because you got a different leg on him, of course, and a hook for a hand, and plus his hat and all too. So he's probably one of those challenging, but I definitely like the spaceman. I hope that many of you guys will like him too. If you haven't got him yet, of course, definitely recommend picking this up if you haven't a chance at your local Lego store. It's maybe sold out some places. Last time I saw, people were buying it, of course, in a way. It may not be sold out, but if you do not have this set, this figure, I definitely recommend getting him. Because he does also look the size of a plush too, in a way, if you think about it too. So these characters are kind of like smaller than a plush, but they kind of look like a plush size. So pretty cute. All right, guys, but that's going to be it for today. Like I said, we're going to take a small break, of course, again for another while, probably until June. Until June, because I think there's going to be Lego sets coming out in June, of course. I don't know when they'll be coming out. I think there's going to be more Speed Champion sets. Hope you guys are okay with that. More Speed Champions and other stuff too. And that's going to be what's going to happen on that. I hope there's going to be a convention coming up soon. I don't know when. There's only one here in Huntsville. I might go to that as well. But and then anything else wise, I don't know what I'm going to do afterwards too. But you know, just letting you guys know that I also might have a job coming up soon. I hope. I pray you know, this will be one I can actually keep now. And because, you know, I really need a job badly, guys. I hope that's going to be, this is a part-time schedule, like a part-time hobby, of course. I hope you guys are okay with that. And maybe one day I can also work at my local Lego store here in Huntsville, if I can ever basically get a job there in a way. But, you know, it's kind of hard, but I would basically try that if I can. But if I have free time for you guys, please do know I will keep the channel up and running. And also, I want to say thank you for some more subscribers I've been getting, of course, too. Thank you for that as well. I like to get more subscribers when I can. Hopefully we reach 200, of course, like we've talked about yesterday, of course. 100 was a milestone. 200 will be the next one, of course, like little stepping stones. And I appreciate that. And if you always want to leave a nice comment, you're welcome to. Like and subscribe on the video. on the channel. So give me a like and subscribe, and also like the video if you like it. And if you want to leave a nice little comment, you're welcome to as well. And I'll try to reply to you back if I can. And just to let you know what's going on overall in general. All right, but guys, thank you for watching today on this Wednesday. I hope you guys have a good rest of your first. It looks like it's spring outside before daylight savings time is coming out in a couple days, of course, from now. And I hope you guys are enjoying your day today and being safe out there. And I'll see you guys hopefully next time. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good one.